Welcome to the Small Business Voice, presented by Jeanette Forney's Allstate Agency with Justin Duncan and Kaylee Gilbert on Power Talk 1360 KFIV. The show that talks to small business owners about the best ways to practice business in our current day from experienced professionals. We are here every Saturday from 11 a.m. to noon. This week we have some talking points. We're going to be talking more about the employee retention program. And we actually have an article from Dave Ramsey that we want to talk about too. And that's, if you're looking to start a business, this is actually a good thing to follow, in my opinion. We'll get more into that later. I guess this is your teaser. But if you don't know who Dave Ramsey is, Dave Ramsey helps people, get their money straightened out. He gives you tips. He's got a lot of books. He's got a YouTube channel. And
he teaches you what to spend your money on and how to save it and building your wealth. He wants to teach you how to build your wealth. Yeah.
So we're going to get more into that article because I'll be honest with you. When I started my business, I just kind of jumped into it with 2 feet and not really knowing much. And I've lucked out because it still goes on to this day, but I wish there was things I did differently now. But I guess that's how you learn, is you do things wrong and then you learn from it and you don't repeat that. So, Kaylee, good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
Hi, you guys. I am Kaylee Gilbert. I am on Oakdale City Council, and I also run Karma Capital Insurance Solutions, which is a full-scale insurance brokerage in Oakdale. My specialty is commercial insurance, so you can always expect to hear me fill you in about certain liability claims that you can get on this show, and also educating our listeners on their policies and filling you in on what's going on with small businesses in your area.
Thank you, Kaylee. I'm Justin Duncan, owner of the Small Business Voice. And my goal is to bring entrepreneurs and small business owners onto our show, get to meet and get to know our local businesses and help them out. There's ways that Kaylee and I can come into your business and bring you on the show, but there's also ways we can actually help your small business too. Kaylee, does commercial insurance, and I can help making sure you're covered legally with your business. Our goal and our passion is to help small businesses out as much as we can and develop a relationship with you for you to have the comfort to come to us, and if you have questions, we can get you, if we can't answer, we can get you in the right direction on people who can. So we are in a network called Gold Star, and there's a lot of times where people ask me a question, I'll give them a phone number or a business card and get them in contact with the person I know and get them the answer they need. It's a great referral system, and a lot of times just people have questions and don't know where to go. So I'm actually very happy to get them directed in the right place. So Kaylee, last week we kind of touched on the employee retention tax credit. How are you helping small businesses with that, and how can people get a hold of you? We'll start with those 2 questions, and then maybe how much longer do they have before this ends?
So the employee retention tax credit will be available for about 3 to 6 more months, and it is for employers that remained open during COVID from 2020 to 2021, and it looks at your tax documents, and you can get up to $26,000 per W-2 employee. And I've helped businesses get as little as $4,000 to as much as $1.6 million. The more employees that you kept during COVID, the more money that you get. But even if you have one employee or even a part-time employee, you can still qualify for a little bit of that money. So there is, if you look up Kaylee Gilbert Karma with a K on any of my social media, there's a flyer with a QR code that you can scan. And then If you email me at kgilbert@karmains.com, and that's karma with a K, I can help you. And then my phone number is 209-493-8497.
And you have one opportunity to get this right. So correct me if I'm wrong, Kaylee, but Kaylee wants you to give her a call before you even get started on this, because if you start on it and you don't leave accurate information, there's no way to go back and change that. Is that correct?
Yes. So some of the questions are tricky, and I've been helping people fill these out so I know exactly what they're asking. Where if you aren't familiar with tax documents at all and you just give everything off to your CPA, you might not know the answer to this question or even know what the question is asking and fill it out wrong, and that could jeopardize how much money you could get. We do charge a fee. It's 20% fee, but the agency that we're going through that helps process this credit, um it in a year from now when you're doing your taxes, they'll be there to help you if you get, Justin, what is the word for when the IRS is, oh, audit.
Audit,
So if you get an
auditing.
audit,
Yeah.
this company will help you through the audit. And so that's why I trust them. And
Oh, okay.
previously, this company was only allowing me to process up to if they had 10 or more employees, but now that the time is coming down to the money is about to go away in 3 to 6 months, this company has opened up to it'll help as little as one employee companies.
So it sounds like it's a win-win for everybody. If they come to you, you fill out the paperwork, and yeah, you get a percentage of that, but they're getting money back from the government also. And if they have a lot of W-2 employees, that's gonna be a lot of money. So it sounds like it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, and there's a lot of scams going around with it too. So at least if you listen to me on the show and you know me personally and you've seen me at chamber events, you know how to get a hold of me if you're having questions. Where if you don't know the person and you just found some random person online, they might not give you the quality service that you're looking for.
All right. Well, let's get into that in a second. You're listening to Justin Duncan and Kaylee Gilbert on Power Talk 1360 KFIV, Small Business Voice. Connect with us on the web, smallbusinessvoicemedia.com. And you can connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok. And Kaylee, where can people find you at?
You can find me at Karma with a K, Kaylee Gilbert, on any social media. You can reach me at 209-493-8497.
So you talked about scams, and what should business owners look out for? Number one, when people are approaching them with the ERC tax credit, or I didn't say that right. Oh yeah, I did. Employee tax credit. What are some of the scams that people can watch out for? And usually when people are calling me, cold calling me, my guard's up. But what are some of the things people need to look out for?
They're not calling you. It's mostly in emails that small businesses. So you just have to, if someone's sending you an email about the employee retention tax credit, Um, you just have to look out for the normal phishing techniques. Like you need to look at the email to see if it actually looks like it could be a real email from a real company. If they're using run-on sentences in the email, if they're telling you click here but not telling you what is the link is for. And also, one of the biggest things for this scam is if they're asking you for money up front, then that's not correct, because this is free money that you're getting from the government, and you should not have to pay anyone up front before you get this money for them to do the application for you. When I take my 20%, it comes out of the money that you get. So I wait the 4 to 6 months that it takes the government to mail you those checks back.
Yeah, and you're putting trust into different people. Um, I had somebody reach out to me one time and they called me and I did my homework and found out that this was a legitimate company, but I had money with state of California and that needed to be claimed, and I had like over $10,000 tied up in that, and basically what they told me was, I can't remember the percentage they charged, but um, they said once you get your money, let us know what the amount is, and then you can send it to us by um, by Zelle or one of those other pay apps. But it was kind of interesting because they said they didn't charge me until I got my money, and so they showed trust in me, number one. But I guess that's what you want to look for is, hey, let us know when you get your money, and then we can bill you, not the other way around. Like, this is what we're going to bill you, and then we're going to do the work for you.
Oh,
So,
well,
but anyway, yeah, sorry, I just kind of think I got off on a little tangent there. I apologize, but anyway,
it's okay, Justin. We both do that sometimes.
if but if you have a business and you have employees, give Kaylee a call, email her. She'll walk you through it, and Kaylee is very, very passionate about helping businesses out, and I'm better for knowing her, and she's helped me out a lot just with social media and a lot of things. So thank you, Kaylee, for
Well,
your
thank you, Justin. You always
your.
talk me up. You're making my ego big.
Thank you, Kaylee. So, thank you. So, this is the Small Business Voice. Connect us on the web, smallbusinessvoicemedia@gmail.com, or contact us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok.
You can look me up at Karma with a K, Kaylee Gilbert on all social media, and then my phone number is 209-493-8497.
And really quick, I want to thank our sponsor, Jeanette Forney, from Allstate Insurance. Jeanette Forney's Allstate agency. If you need a quote or you need your policy reviewed, you can email her at JeanetteForney@allstate.com or call her at 209-667-2222. So I just want to thank Jeanette for sponsoring our show, and she's been a big help. And that's actually who I have my insurance from. My PNC insurance is with Jeanette Forney's Allstate agency. So Kaylee, we were talking about Dave Ramsey and things to do when you start a business. And we have this article. So Dave Ramsey says to take 6 steps before starting a business. Is he right? And I would say, yeah, just before even reading the article, because I know Dave Ramsey, he started working. He started his business with Primerica, and then branched out. He has his own podcast. He's on YouTube, and he's got books, and he empowers people with their money, I guess is the best way of saying it. And he helps people get out of debt. He shows you how to do it, how to attack it, be on the offense. So anyway, that's a little bit about Dave Ramsey. And if you don't know who Dave Ramsey is, but there's key points to opening a business. Opening a business is a dream many people have, but there are steps you need to take to do it right. And Dave Ramsey recommends 6 key steps to prospective entrepreneurs, including making a business plan and planning for taxes. So check out this article. This is The Ascent. I was just going to read down this, Kaylee. If you want to give me your thoughts on it as I go down, let me know. Okay, so before you start your business, Dave Ramsey recommends doing the following 6 things. So number 1, determining your why. Dave Ramsey urges you to think about the motivation behind why you want to start a business, as this can guide you through inevitable tough times and help ensure your company is actually a success. So I can talk about my experience with that. I do have a big why. My why was inspired by Gold Star, actually, networking with different people, and that's why I started mine. So that actually, number one, I nailed. I got that one right. But what do you think about that, Kaylee? You agree with that?
Yeah, I think um I think this is a good idea because you have to feel strong about why you're in business for something. And for some reason, the first thought that came to my head was someone who wants, let's say, someone who wants to open an Italian food restaurant, but they've never cooked Italian food once in their life. So I really think you need to know why you want to open your business and why it's a good idea for you to open your business.
Well, and if you're doing a restaurant per se, you're competing with a bunch of different types of restaurants. But you might also be in competition with a lot of this, like with a lot of the same kind of restaurants. And there's a lot of chain restaurants out there that small businesses have to deal with. Um, do you have an Italian restaurant in Oakdale that you like to go to
Yeah,
by chance?
yeah, we only have, well, I don't we have Ferenzi's and that one is my favorite and I think it's the only Italian food. I don't think Redwood is considered Italian food, but Ferenzi's is in the same parking lot as the Chamber and I go there all the time. I know the manager and the bartenders know my name because I like to sit at the bar and order a lemon drop and a lava cake and they
Ooh,
have the best um pasta there too. It's so good and they bake their bread fresh. So we do have a very good Italian spot here.
okay. Yeah, and we have a couple in Modesto. There is one in Turlock that I really liked, and we actually got to know the owner, the two owners over there, and that was Vito's Restaurante in Turlock.
Oh,
That
I've eaten there once. It was really good.
oh yeah, they're excellent. When I lived in Turlock, my kids and I went there all the time, and yeah, and then we moved, and then just over the years we just haven't been there, and I need to go back there just to kind of say hi. It's been a while since I've been there, but that's a really good Italian food place. We have a couple here in Modesto, actually right here on Coffee Road, walking distance from where I'm at.
Bella Italia.
Yeah, Bella Italia. Yeah, and then there's
Oh,
one.
Bella Italia is so good.
Yeah, and then we had another one too, and I'm drawing a blank on the name, but anyway,
Pasta Pronto.
Pasta Pronto. Yeah. So anyway, I love Italian food, and chicken parmesan is my go-to, and I love that. But anyway, again, we're getting off topic again. So, um, number two is making a business plan. So, according to Ramsey, your plan should include details about the product or services you offer, the schedule you'll work, what you will charge for your products and services, your company budget, and the policies your business will operate under. I'm going to
This
save this.
one is the most important one.
Yeah, I agree. Because you want to make sure you're operating in the black, and it takes an average of 5 years. And that, correct me if I'm wrong, but it takes an average of 5 years for a business to kind of start being profitable. Um, I know there's a lot of people when they're running businesses at first, they're just, they got so much overhead. Like I was talking to Jeanette, she's our sponsor, she's our show sponsor, and she was telling me uh, it took about 3 years before she actually started getting profits for her Allstate agency. And, people see that big Allstate banner and they're thinking big business, but it's usually independently owned. Jeanette's got a really big book of business, but it took her a while to get that, and it took her about 3 years. And she supports about 8 employees, I want to say, and she's very determined. She's very involved in the community, and she makes sure that the people that she employs are very involved in the community also. So,
You have to have a business plan because you have to have somewhere written down how much you think you're going to pay for rent, how much your insurance is going to be, all of your out costs. Just
yeah,
you need a business plan.
yeah, absolutely. So you're listening to Justin Duncan and Kaylee Gilbert on Power Talk 1360 KFIV. Connect with us on the web, smallbusinessvoicemedia.com, and on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok. Number 3, officially launching your business. So this doesn't mean opening the doors yet. This means taking care of the technical stuff involved in opening up. Ramsey said that this could include getting a license to operate your company, deciding how to structure your business, securing financing if needed, and opening up a checking account for the business so you can keep money separate from your own. So,
Justin,
there,
you just helped someone do this last week. I had a client call me for an insurance quote
uh,
and they're opening a brand new business and I in my city council and insurance knowledge can only help you so much when it comes to launching your business. And I was trying to tell her where to Google for the EIN and everything. And this is where you give Justin a call and he hooks you up with Legal Shield.
yeah. But yeah,
Well,
I can help out with that. And yeah, I'd be more than happy to help out with that. I have somebody I look up to that actually helped me out with that too. So we're getting that closed actually probably today. So
Justin,
uh,
I gave the lady that the client that he was helping the number, and he was able to help her that day, and she really needed help that day
yeah,
because she's trying to move things along. And so this is why officially launching your business is so important because there were things she didn't even know that she needed.
yeah, and it was nice to be able to help somebody. Um, she had a lot of questions, and it was a very good phone call. And I think we're going to finish that up today. Actually, once we're done with the show, I think we're going to go ahead and finish that up. So yeah, so that's a big one. If you need help with that, give us a call. You can call me 209-896-6500 or email me at smallbusinessvoicemedia@gmail.com. Kaylee, how can people get a hold of you?
You can reach me at Karma with a K, Kaylee Gilbert on all social media platforms, or give me a call at 209-493-8497.
Special thanks to Jeanette Forney, Allstate Agency, being our sponsor. She's a small business owner herself. If you need a quote, email her at JeanetteForney@allstate.com or call her at 209-667-2222. So, recapping this article, we started with 1 and we got through 3. So, number 1 was determining your why. Number 2, making a business plan. And number 3 was officially launching your business. And this article is from Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey says to take 6 steps before starting a business. Is he right? And this is by Christy Bieber. And I guess the article is on the Ascent, ASCENT. So we'll start with number 4, and this one's a big one. So number 4, planning for tax issues. So Ramsey warned that business owners have to pay self-employment tax and pay into the IRS throughout the year. Many people who have only had employers haven't had to take care of these issues before. So Ramsey suggests planning even though before opening your doors so you don't get hit with penalties or surprise costs.
I
So
suggest that you give my CPA, Mike Kelly, a call because when you mess up on your taxes, it can cost you thousands of dollars, if not jail time. And I just think that everyone should have a trusted CPA.
yeah, that knows the tax laws. And I know Mike Kelly, I've been on his podcast. And uh, yeah, you'd be in good hands with Mike. Mike is he's very experienced, but for a young guy, I guess because I don't think he's that old, but
He
um,
just opened, so this is his first year doing taxes on his own, but he's worked for several large firms before, but he's out on his own and he has a YouTube following of like 84,000 people. He just wants to educate his clients. That's his main goal.
yeah. So Mike Kelly CPA, you can reach him at Mike at MikeKellyCPA.com. His phone number is 209-204-4172. Mike Kelly, I'm sorry, MikeKellyCPA.com is his address. And then his YouTube channel is Money and Life TV. So that's his information for me to get a hold of him. And yeah, Mike's a good guy. And then I use Michelle Gallagher. Michelle Gallagher's been on the show too, and she's my CPA.
Oh,
And
Michelle is really good too.
yeah, and
I took Mike to Vegas, so I'm biased towards him.
no, that's
But
fine.
I've met Michelle. She's very nice. All of these
Yeah,
people are in Gold Star. I think the point is that our listeners just need to know join Gold Star so that they have trusted people at their fingertips.
yeah, and so Michelle Gallagher, so they own a Gallagher Gatewood. They're on Tully Road here in Modesto. You can call them at 209-526-3091 or email. You can email Michelle directly, mgallagher@gg-cpa.com, or email them at www.gg-cpa.com. So yeah, there's Michelle Gallagher, Mike Kelly. There's two people out of a network that we know. Those are just two, and but you're in
And they're
good
both
hands with both.
very good.
Yeah, they are. So two plugs for two people that we really care for. So so anyway, yeah, planning for tax issues. I always have a CPA in your corner to help you out, and you want to probably be in contact with them at least every 3 months, if not more. But give them a call, and they'll kind of guide you through that. So number
I'm
5, go ahead, Kaylee. I'm sorry.
I said I'm always texting Mike. I think I'm the client from heck.
Well, no, that's good that you guys have a relationship, and you guys are always helping each other out. That's good. So, actually, me and Mike need to go out for lunch sometime. I think it's time
I
for.
better be invited. I'm going to be offended
Okay,
if I'm not brought along.
okay, we'll bring you, Kaylee. We'll go to Burger I Am in Modesto.
Oh,
Oh,
yes, I'm
okay,
down. Their
okay,
fries or chips or whatever, their potatoes, bomb.
okay. Yeah, so we'll do that. Another restaurant too. We were talking about Italian food earlier. Is Medici. I think it's Stonefire Grill now by Medici in the Vintage Fair Mall, and they have specialty pizzas.
I took
And
our official photographer of Small Business Voice, Sarah, to
uh
Medici, and we ordered so many items. It was so good. We tried that egg pizza that they have, and I was a little
oh
offset about trying it, but it was
uh
so good.
so that's the one I always order, the egg and bacon pizza. That's my favorite pizza there. That's the one I get.
That one was
So
good.
yeah, yeah.
And then number 5,
Yeah. Number 5 is creating a marketing plan and brand identity. So according to Ramsey, these steps include developing a personality for your company and making a plan for how to get a word out using techniques such as social media marketing and more. So before we get into that one, Kaylee, you're listening to the Small Business Voice with Justin Duncan and Kaylee Gilbert on Power Talk 1360 KFIV. Connect with us on the web, smallbusinessvoicemedia.com. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok. So social media marketing, Kaylee, this is your beast. What do you
this is
recommend?
my cup of tea.
Yeah.
I just recommend that you take advantage of all platforms that are free. So if you are a business, you need to be on Facebook, you need to be on Instagram. If you're a professional business, you need to be on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn. And all businesses should have a TikTok. As long as your licensing does not prevent you from having social media, there's no reason why you should not have it. Um, One of my clients that I do social media for, they actually hired me because they're a family owned business and the father was older and he had passed away, and all the clientele um was the father's age, and they all started passing away, and the new generation had not gone on social media, so they had no new clients to make up for the clients that had passed away. And now I have them on social media and I'm getting their name out there. So it's
Nice.
just a big deal to have.
Nice.
If it's free, you should be on there. You're in
That,
your business every day, snap a picture of just your storefront, snap a picture, selfie. Oh, I'm cleaning this. People love to be all up in your business online. So just post a quick picture and you'd be surprised at what people like, click, and respond to.
nice. Yeah, I think a picture can speak a lot of words. I've done like Facebook Live. I think just a picture in front of a business will say a lot of words. I've seen your TikToks, and you go through different businesses, and uh, and I think that's more effective, honestly. But
So
that's just my opinion.
if you go to my TikTok, I go because I'm with the chamber, so sometimes my TikToks are specifically about only one business, but then I also try to do TikToks of my week and I go and film everywhere.
All right.
And then number 6, setting realistic expectations. Finally, Ramsey warned, you need to be patient and realize that you will take time to get up and running, and that you should make sure you have the right support in place in order to see you through the process. So I think this one is really saying that you need to be patient with yourself and not expect to make $1 million the first month that you're open.
I agree. I think doing that business plan can really put that in perspective, and I think you need to be real with yourself, and sometimes you're going to hear things you may not want to hear, but you want somebody that's going to really tell you how things are and not sugarcoat it. So Kaylee's pretty good about doing that with me. Like Kaylee's very blunt, and she'll tell me if I'm doing something wrong, and she doesn't.
Justin, can I tell my favorite story?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so Justin, when I started doing the social media, I was taking pictures and his shirt was always untucked. And finally, I just looked at him and I said, Justin, if you're going to be near me and I'm going to have my camera, your shirt has to be tucked in at all times. And I'm so proud he's been doing it. Sorry, Justin, I just had
Oh,
to
thank
say
you.
that.
So, in closing, really quick, would should you follow Dave Ramsey's advice? I'm not going to read this, but just reading those 1 through 6, I'm just going to say, hell yeah, you need to follow Dave Ramsey's advice.
I didn't
And
know we could say hell on air, but
oh
yeah,
yeah.
hell yeah.
So anyway, coming up next, we have our community corner, and we'll let you know what's going on in our community. So this is the Small Business Voice with Justin Duncan and Kaylee Gilbert. Connect with us on the web, smallbusinessvoicemedia.com, and you can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And Kaylee, how can people get a hold of you?
You can find me at Karma with a K, Kaylee Gilbert, on all social media platforms, or you can give me a call at 209-493-8497.
And it's time for our community corner, brought to you by Landon Communications, a first-class answering service. So Raina Landon is the owner. She does appointment setting, cold calling, marketing services, virtual receptionist, 24/7 answering service, and lead sourcing. And you get in touch with Raina at Raina@landoncom.com. You can also get in touch with her, www.landoncom.com. Call her at 855-341-3344, extension 1000, or you can call her at 209-627-0021. And Raina does our cold calling for us to different businesses. She books people on the show for us, and she's always working hard for us. So I just wanted to say thank you for Raina for doing that. Also want to thank our other sponsor, Jeanette Forney. Jeanette Forney's Allstate Agency. If you need a quote or you need your policy reviewed, give her a call, 209-667-2222. Or Jeanette, I don't have her email in front of me, so I won't say that. But just give her a call, 209-667-2222. So our community corner, we have Gold Star Referral Club meetings. I think we have 14 different regional meetings are held weekly, each day during the week. Go to meetup.com for a listing and details. We have the Holistic Chamber of Commerce. They meet the third Wednesday of each month at the Round Table Pizza, 3848 McHenry Avenue. Turlock Young Professionals meet the fourth Thursday of each month at the Grand Cru on Main Street in Turlock. And we also have the Turlock Chamber of Commerce have their mixers the third Tuesday of each month. And they're hosted by different businesses within the Turlock community. And then you can follow them on Instagram at Turlock Chamber. And my page cuts off, so I think it is at Turlock Chamber, but I might be missing part of that. I apologize.
Small Business Voice is also members of the Modesto and Oakdale Chamber.
Yes.
And if you go on the Modesto Chamber's website, you can find all of the upcoming mixers. They as well have a Rising Professionals, and I believe they meet on the first or the last Wednesday of every month, and it goes between breakfast and a dinner mixer. And then Oakdale has mixers all the time, and they're also taking applications for their leadership program that starts the first Thursday of February.
So what else is going on in Oakdale that we should know about?
Since it's the new year, I'm back getting Oakdale Young Professionals. We meet the last Wednesday of every month. So, and we meet from 6:30 to 8 p.m. and we go to a different restaurant every time. And you can find us on our social media. We're Oakdale Young Professionals on Facebook and Instagram. It's a very casual mixer. It's just so that you can meet people and then go network together.
Nice.
And then the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is having a mixer on February 1st from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. at Papa Poloni's. And they're welcoming new and returning elected officials, and I will be at that mixer. So if you listen to us every Saturday at 11 a.m., come over and say hi to me. I probably will make you take a selfie and be in a little TikTok video, but please come say hi.
Nice. I would if I could be there, I'm going to be there. So I changed my schedule around to where I think I could be involved in more events. I have Thursday and Fridays off now, so. And
I'm so happy. We're going to go out on the town on Thursdays, Justin. You're going to be eating so many different cuisines.
Well, that's good. I like to eat. In fact, I haven't had breakfast yet, so that's going to be one thing I do after the show.
I know that's my next move after this. I made an espresso this morning. I got that espresso machine for Christmas, and
oh, nice.
I usually spend $7.20 a day at Starbucks, and I can say, besides when we went around and got coffee that one day, I had been drinking coffee from home. I'm quite proud of myself.
Oh, good, good. I one of my habits is I like going to the 5 minute car wash on Oakdale, or it's not the 5 minute car wash anymore, but it's called something else. But it's on Oakdale Road, and I get my car cleaned there, and always get breakfast on Mondays. That's my Monday routine.
What do you get there?
I get their cattle steak and eggs, and then I have fruit and an English muffin, and I think they have like homemade jam there.
I'm
It's not.
coming with you next Monday.
Oh, okay, perfect. Sounds good.
I could use a car wash too.
All right. Yeah. So, I was driving Kaylee around, and she was actually impressed with how my car looked. So,
his car was so clean. If you look at our TikTok video, you'll see how clean the inside of his car is. Yeah, I was so impressed.
Oh, thank you. Luckily, we didn't open the trunk because that's where I throw everything.
Justin, having two foster daughters and sharing your car with teens, oh my God. My car, I just try to not look around while I'm driving in
it. So I take it I'm not going to be invited to take a ride in your car anytime soon then.
If you do, I'm going to say don't complain. Look forward.
All right. Well, I like to drive anyway, so that's okay. So what questions do you have, or what wisdom do you have to share? Be sure to leave a comment on our Facebook page, Small Business Voice Media, and check out our website, smallbusinessvoicemedia.com. You can email us at smallbusinessvoicemedia@gmail.com. And Kaylee, thank you again for co-hosting with me and being there for me, doing our social media. And I just appreciate all your effort. And we've been spending a lot of time together. And you know what? I'll give a special thanks to your boyfriend for letting me spend time with you. So there's a special thanks right there that we never had.
Yeah, we need to go out and get dinner.
Okay,
together.
We'll do that. I look forward to that.
Yes, I do too. He's pretty chill.
All right, cool. Well, I want to say special thanks to our listeners for tuning in each week. We feel your support, and we're looking forward to bringing you even more value and content next week. So for Kaylee Gilbert, I'm Justin Duncan. Thank you for listening to Small Business Voice on Power Talk 1360 KFIV. Now, let's take care of business.